Students, coming to the next topic, that is normalization. What is a normalization? A normalization is nothing but it reduces the data redundancy. The main goal of normalization is to reduce data redundancy. What is this data redundancy? What do you mean by data redundancy? Suppose if same piece of code, same piece of data or same piece of data is held in two separate places, that you call it as data redundancy. So if the same piece of data is present in two separate places in the same table, then you call it as data redundancy. So before going to explain about this normalization, let us see what is the different data redundancy and normalization. So let us see what is redundant data and what normalization can do. A redundant data is nothing but it can be determined from other data in database. So redundant data can be determined from other data in database. And also whereas normalization is aims to reduce whatever the data redundancy, multiple data is there, so that will be reduced. The main aim of normalization is to reduce data redundancy, and redundancy is expressed in terms of dependency. So you have to remember this point. Always the redundancy is expressed in terms of dependencies, and normal forms are defined that do not have certain types of dependency. So with the help of these normal forms, we can define that do not have certain types of dependency. Whereas this redundant data leads to various problems. So what are the problems that arises by using the redundant data? Insert anomalies, update anomalies, and delete anomalies. So what is this insert anomalies, delete anomalies, update anomalies? First we will see about these anomalies. So the overcome of these anomalies will lead to normalization. So let me explain that. Insert anomalies. So insert anomalies is one of the drawback, means it leads to various problems. That redundancy, data redundancy leads to various problems. Like first is the insert anomalies. So here the insert anomalies is nothing but attributes cannot be inserted without the presence of other attribute. So first the attributes cannot insert with the presence of other attribute, means it depends upon that, with the presence of other attribute. Or we try to insert data in record that does not exist at all. We tried to insert data in record that does not exist at all. So in this case, if you try to insert, this leads to insert anomalies. So if you want to try to insert some data in the record that does not exist at all, it means that record is not there. Even that is not there, you are trying to insert some values into that record. That is insert anomalies. Next, what is the delete anomalies? Delete anomalies. Delete anomalies is nothing but we are trying to delete one attribute that does not exist, means exist when certain attributes are lost because of, let me write this point. Delete anomalies exist when certain attributes are lost, means some attributes are lost because of the deletion of one attribute. Because of deletion of one attribute, means if you want to try to delete one attribute, means suppose this attribute you want to delete, okay, which is related to a course. The attribute is a course related for that particular student, name like that, okay. So if you want to delete this column, okay, so the delete anomalies exist when certain attributes are lost, because of deletion of one attribute. If you delete one attribute in this column, means the relating to the other information may be lost that are related to another attribute. So that is the delete anomalies. And also we try to, suppose if you want to try to delete a record, but part of it was undeleted, because of unawareness, the data is also saved. Okay, so let me clear once again. Delete anomalies is nothing but if you want to try to delete a record. Okay, if you want to delete one record, one file in a record which is not exist. Okay, and another anomaly is if you want to try to delete a record, but only the part of it was undeleted because of unawareness. Okay, the details will still exist in this record only, but only some part will be deleted. That is also you call it as a delete anomalies. Okay. Next, coming to update anomalies. Update anomalies. So what do you mean by update anomalies? Update anomalies means nothing but a partial updated because of data inconsistency. Whatever you want to try to update the record, that will be partially updated. Why it is partially updated? Because of data inconsistency. So these are the different anomalies that are raised by using the redundant data. Okay, so then the normalization will enter here. So then normalization is a method to remove all these anomalies. What are these anomalies? Update anomalies, delete anomalies, and insert anomalies. So normalization is a method to remove all these anomalies and bring the database to a consistent state, means the correct state rather than inconsistent. The data that is present in the record will maintain a consistent state, the correct state. So normalization is a method to remove all update, delete, insert anomalies and bring the database to a consistent state. Okay, so this is about basic concept of normalization. Now coming to the normal forms. What are the normal forms? So there are different normal forms that are present in the database management system. So with the help of different normal forms, we can design the tables. We can insert, we can do modifications on the tables. So first let me write condition using keys and functional dependence of a relation to certify whether a relation, means whether a table schema is in a particular normal form or not. Okay, is in a particular normal form. So how we can say that relation is in particular normal form? With the help of these conditions, like using keys and functional dependency of a relation, that certifies whether a relational schema is in particular normal form or not. Okay, so you have to remember that some point like 2NF, 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, BCNF. So these are the different normal forms. These three normal forms are based on keys and functional dependencies of a relational schema. So whatever this 2NF, 3NF and BCNF, these three normal forms are based on, they are designed, means they can use the properties based on the keys and functional dependency of relational schema. Whereas 4NF, only this one, this 4NF is based on keys. So just like this is also based on keys, but instead of using functional dependency, the 4NF is based on keys and multi-valued dependency, not functional dependency. It is multi-valued dependencies. Okay, so this point you have to be remembered. So 2NF, 3NF, BCNF are based on keys and functional dependencies, whereas 4NF is based on keys and multi-valued dependencies. Okay, so here you can see this is the levels of normalization, means the levels that it has. So first, this is the first normal form. Whatever the table that we are given a relational, that table can be divided first it should be follow the first normal form. Means this table can be decomposed using 1NF, 2NF or up to 5NF or DKNF. So this is the first level and this is the second level, 2NF, 3NF, 4NF, 5NF, DKNF. So here each level is a subset of the lower level. Each level, this level is a subset of lower level. Is a subset of lower level. Okay. So these are the levels of normalization. Now let us see the characteristics of normalization. So what are the characteristics that are present in the normalization? Let me write the characteristics. Characteristics of normalization. So the characteristics are scalar values in each field. Each field means is nothing but attributes in the relation in the table. So scalar value should be there in each field. Minimal use of null values. We have to use minimal use of null values. Minimal use of null values. And another characteristics, absence of redundancy. So the normalization is itself is saying it removes the redundancies, reduce the data redundancies, not completely remove, reduce the data redundancies. Absence of redundancy. And next, minimal loss of information. Only minimal loss will be there. Not completely lossless, but a minimal loss of information. So these are the characteristics of normalization. So in the next video we'll discuss about different normal forms that are present in the database management system. Thank you.